Buy now or wait? This is the question or objection I'm getting the most right now. Every buyer I'm talking to is saying, Robert, I know, or at least I think, or I'm hearing rates are gonna fall by next year. So I'd much rather wait and buy when it's more affordable. Talking about waiting, one thing I don't want you to wait for is hitting that subscribe button, because when you subscribe, it tells YouTube that you like me. And when you like me, so does YouTube. All joking aside, it really helps me create more content to keep you in the know, and hitting that bell will also make sure you never miss a beat. Okay, back to buying or waiting. Look, I'm not an idiot. I understand that lower rates mean lower payments. That's clear, and we can all agree on that. But here's what else it means: way more competition. If most people are waiting on the sidelines for rates to fall, just like you are, what do you think is gonna happen when the rates actually fall? I mean, I've been talking about this for years. You guessed it. The buyers on the sidelines are gonna flood the market, and from experience, I know more buyers equals more competition. That equals more offers. That equals a possible bidding war, and that will likely lead to rising prices and homes selling for above asking price, just like we saw in 2020 and 2021. Probably not that aggressive, but you see where I'm going here. In addition to way more competition, have you considered that although rates will come down, you'd actually be paying more for the home per month long term? Does that even make sense? How can rates fall but your monthly payment go up? You see, most buyers I speak with consider only the rates. But what if we talk about appreciation or the opportunity to refinance in the future? How does appreciation and refinancing affect your monthly payment? Well, let's talk about it. Full disclosure, I'm gonna throw out a ton of numbers. So if this is something that you're super interested in, my lender and I can run a custom analysis for you so you can see exactly what waiting does versus buying now. Let's analyze the hypothetical buy now versus wait. In this case, when I talk about next year, what I'm talking about in terms of rates are gonna be about 5.5%. By the way, that's a total guess. Don't quote me on that. I don't know where the rates are gonna be next year, but there's a lot of speculation that they will be in the mid fives next year or later on in the year. So let's jump into it. $2 million sales price. That's a $1.6 million loan amount because the average buyer is putting down 20%. That 20% equals $400,000. That's how much money you're gonna have to come up with as a down payment to buy this property. Now here's where the numbers break down today. $10,538 will be your principal and interest, i.e. your mortgage, at a 6.9% interest rate. $275 for estimated home insurance and $2,083 for your estimated property taxes. That's a total monthly payment out the door, if you were to buy today at 6.9%, $12,896. So what does buying next year look like? That same home that you could have bought last year for $2 million is now trading at $2.1 million. How did I come up with that price? Well, it's just a reasonable 5% gain over the last 12 months. Now, will the market appreciate 5%? For sure. I don't know, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. For this example though, I'm going with 5%. So now your 80% loan amount is gonna be $1,680,000, okay? So it's an $80,000 more of a loan. Your down payment also goes up a little bit, $420,000. So you have to actually come up with $20,000 extra for your down payment for waiting 1 year because prices have gone up. Now, let's break down the numbers at 5.5% interest rates. Your mortgage, your principal and your interest is gonna be $9,539. Your estimated home insurance, $300. Your estimated property taxes, $2,188. Now you've got a total monthly payment out the door, $12,027. You're probably thinking to yourself, but Robert, that is lower. If I wait until next year, I will have a lower monthly payment. $870 lower. That's a lot, right? It is a lot, and it is lower, and you are right. But here's where things get interesting, because we're talking about the big picture here. For the buyer that went against the grain and bought with super low competition a year ago at a higher interest rate can now refinance their loan to the 5.5 interest rate. Now their loan balance isn't 1.6 anymore, it's actually $1,583,000 because they paid some of the principal off over the last year. So if they refinance that loan at 5.5%, they have a new mortgage monthly payment Principal and interest, $8,991. Estimated home insurance, $300. Estimated property taxes, considering they've gone up a little bit because of the maximum 2% increase per year, $2,125. You've got a new total monthly payment of $11,416 out the door. That is $611 lower than the monthly payment compared to the buyer that waited a year to buy at a lower interest rate. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. The buyer that bought last year has $96,569 more dollars in equity because they earned that appreciation because they bought a year sooner than waiting a year and paying for that appreciation. So long story short, you will have a higher monthly payment for the first year if you buy now. But once you refinance, when buyer number 2 buys, you'll be way ahead, not only on the monthly payment, but on the equity earned. So comment below, is it better to buy now or wait? Honestly, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you don't miss any future amazing content that we create. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys next month.